cuties. I'm Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is General Hospital edition. All right, y'all. It's to Wednesday, November the 23rd, 2022. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a what you give it, Anisha? A 7. Yeah, it was solid. It was solid. Okay, first of all, this is my favorite storyline of the whole episode. Is Britt and Liesl talking, and Britt just lets her know there's nothing that can be done. She talked to a doctor, and she has stage 3 Huntington's disease. And Liesl said, okay, it's this world-renowned doctor that's supposed to be coming. And she said, no, Austin already connected me to her. She's the one that gave me my results. And she said, okay, so what does she say? The time frame. And she says, I have 5 to 15 years. And Liesl's just like, oh my gosh, thank you. And she says, no, you don't understand. That's to live. In about 18 months, I'm going to have to be in I could possibly be in a full-time assisted living nursing home. Well, she'll have to get round the clock care. And oh my gosh, first of all, I'm gonna say this first. I love Liesl and Britt together. Their chemistry to me, I just love it. And you could see the emotions, finding out that her child is going to die and there's nothing they can do. She goes into like that because we met her like as the evil doctor and everything, but she's like, we could find something, we could find a cure. We're both doctors, we're both highly intelligent. And Britt says there's nothing we can do. And she's kind of resigned to the fact of being that she's going to die. And the only thing she's, is stressing her now is how painful will this be, and how, she's up, she's young, she's moving around, she's if not for that, she would be healthy. She's a healthy young woman. And so now she's looking at it like, I don't have a future, I'm not gonna have the child, I'm not gonna have the possibility of, even if she doesn't have if she couldn't have her own child, adopting. She's not gonna have a future with someone, because she's always, that's why she doesn't want to get close to anyone, because unlike Jason, she always looked at it like, who would want to be with her, knowing that this is, how her story ends. And so, Liesl felt bad because she was like, all those years I wasn't the best mother, and she wished she could take it back. But her and Britt just bond. And then she says, I'm going to cancel, my plans with Scott. And Britt says, no, I want you. Look, you found love at this part of your life. I'm happy for you. I want you to enjoy love, because again, Britt realizes she won't have that, or she believes she will not have that. She said, and I want to be able to, I have to get used to being alone. And so that's how it ended. Y'all, that is my favorite storyline of this whole episode. Everything else is the reason it's got a 7. Let's keep going. So then we see Nina and Carly. And Nina comes in, she approaches Carly and she says, hello, Carly, and everything. And Carly says, I'm checking on my room because she's going to be staying there. And she says, Britt can be there so you could run to Sunny. And Carly, Nina was like, okay, I get it. I did, I gave wrong information. And she said, no, you purposely did that. And then you did that with Willow and TJ. She said, it's one thing for you to go after me, but don't go after Michael and Willow. And Nina said, okay, I already apologized to Willow. And you know what she said? Drop dead. And Carly like smirked or laughed about it. She said, oh, you think that's funny? And Carly said, no, I don't think that's funny. And they just go back and forth. Y'all, I'm so tired of it. Like, I'm sorry. I cannot. It's been going on for years. It's like at some point in this, they don't like each other. Stop making them do scenes together. But we know there's going to be nothing but them doing more scenes together, because of the fact that they haven't. Nina is Willow's mom. But anyways, child. So they keep going back and forth at each other. And then Trish goes by with a plate of soup. Now, I didn't really care for this scene, only because Like, don't play with my food. If I'm at a restaurant and I've ordered something, I don't need some random person picking up my food and then y'all putting it back on the plate and serving me. No, I want you to take that back to the kitchen and go get me a whole nother bowl. I don't want that anymore. But anyways, Sonny and Drew talk, and Drew is in Sonny's gym, right? And he's telling someone on the phone that, you know, they know it came to a dead end, but he really needs them to find information about Willow and her birth parents. So Sonny is like, why do you want to find that information? Like, why does Willow want that information? And why didn't Michael come to me? And I said, Sonny, well, you know why Michael didn't come to you. Oh God. And so then they started talking about Carly and how Sonny said he told Carly, Drew's no threat to me and I'm happy. And Drew said, but are you really? And he said, I'm about as happy as you were when Dante and Sam moved in. I said, you petty. But anyways, let's move on. So then they get to there and they come when the whole, pouring soup, they were about to pour stuff all over Nina, but Carly says, but she thought about it again and she's not gonna do it. And Sonny says, come on, Nina, like, yeah, come on, let's just go and let it go. So then and then Sonny tells Drew, let me know if you need any help. When he was talking about the Willow and Michael finding Willow's parents. And so Carly was like, so you're going to do it? You're going to find the parents? And he says, yeah, why does that seem like that bothers you? And she was like, no, it doesn't. But then Carly went to think it back and remember that she found out that Nina was Willow's mom and she lied to Drew because remember he caught her taking Nina's DNA. And so when he caught her taking the DNA, he was like, what are you trying to figure out? And she told him that Harmony told her that Nina was Willow's mom. But then when he said, what were the results? She told him that Nina was not the mom. And so now she got in this relationship with Drew. And that's one of the reasons she was hesitant about getting in this relationship because she knew she had lied to him. I don't know how all this is going to play out in the end, but I feel like Drew's going to be upset. But then I don't really care for their relationship anyways because they don't have any chemistry to me. So it is what it is. But anyway, Sonny tells Nina, just let Carly alone. And she's like, oh my gosh, it's just so... Ugh. And he said, just let it go. Like, move on from it. Hold on, I have to sneeze. Sorry. Well, I guess I didn't. So then we're going to move on because honestly, I'm done with that. This has been going on too long. So then we see Lynx and Brooklyn. Child, you want to talk about beating a dead horse. How long is this storyline going to go on? This has been happening for years. So now Lynx is dangling thirsty Brooklyn the songs in front of her face, and like a little bunny rabbit, she's hopping along at the carrot. And so he's telling her, but what I need you to do, because your word, since you've worked with me before, would hold weight, I need you to sing my praise. And she said, sing. He tells her, sing what's from your heart. And she said, that you're a scum, you're a dirtbag. And she said, no, I don't want you to say that. But he tells her he'll give her the songs that he hasn't already sold to dog commercials and jingles. He'll give her what's left of those. And I said, Brooklyn, you so thirsty and you want those songs back so bad. Write some more. I had to mute myself for a minute because this storyline frustrates me, child. I'm sick of it. Write some more songs, girl. Write some more songs, and if people ask you, let them know that he took your songs, and you got into a bad deal, so you want to tell other women about it. I don't know, child. I don't know. Let's move on. But she tells her that's the deal, and so she's thinking about it because her thirsty self wants the songs back so bad, and she'll do anything as long as it benefits Brooklyn. And so then we see Chase and Dante talk, and Dante tells Chase, baby, I be getting Chance from Young and the Restless, and Chase confused on the names. But anyways, he tells Chase that Brooklyn was supposed to write a letter because he thinks it would help. But he been untold Brooklyn this, and the decision is coming back next week. So he really okay. Girl, excuse us. So he really needs her to write the letter back soon. And he says, but both y'all my friends, and I think maybe she forgot. And Chase said, no, she didn't. No, she did not. She just being selfish about it. I said, well, if you notice, If you notice, sir, what you gonna do about it? You're not gonna confront her, and he sure does not. So, anyways, he gets up and talks to Lynx, and Lynx said, "Do we have a deal?" And Brooklyn is acting like she gonna go along with it. I said, "Girl, you better not." See, this is why I don't care that they're together. Like, I don't care nothing about this relationship anymore because Brooklyn is so darn selfish that it's always about her. And if you don't write this letter for Chase, and so he tells her at the end of the day, I will do anything to help you, and I hope you would do the same for me. No, she won't. So let's move. And you already know it. So let's move on. So then we see Martin and Valentine, and even though I like this scene because I've always enjoyed Martin, and even when he was over at All My Children as Tad, and so he's on this scene with Valentine, and he's eating hummingbird on the deck, hummingbird cake on the deck. Okay, sister, and he's enjoying it and everything. Well, he's not enjoying it, but he has a hummingbird cake and he has a candle on it. And he's told Valentine, your girlfriend killed mine. And Valentine said, Anna did not do this. So they talking, and he said Lucy made the hummingbird cake for him, and because they're on the deck where she was shot. And he said she knew it was his favorite, so he said we went through some test runs or whatever, but she finally perfected it. And so he and Valentine end up eating it, and Valentine said Victor is behind this, and he said, can you prove it? So then, excuse me, Martin said there was one shot that shot Lucy, and Valentine said no, there was two. And he said, what? And so now they're like, oh my gosh, we need to, if we could prove that there was more than one shot, then we could prove what's going on, because he's like, Anna did not do this. And y'all, I'm gonna move on from that. So then we go to my favorite non-couple, which is Diane and Robert, and they're talking because Robert has the necklace connected to his wrist and everything, right? And so he's talking to Diane, and they sit down for drinks, and he says, I'm glad to see you recovered, and they're just enjoying each other's company. Well, then Holly comes over, right? And Holly says, let's do shots of tequila, and Diane said, girl, my doctor says no. So then Robert, she goes and gets the salt and everything, right? And because the man was there, and she switches out the shot, and so Robert just takes a shot of tequila, right? And then she says, our tradition. So he puts the salt on his hand, and then he does the what is it? The salt, the shot, then the lime. And I said, why y'all acting like that's a tradition other people don't do? Everybody do that. Even the what he was saying, I was like, I've heard that before. But anyways, we're gonna keep on moving with it. But then she takes her shot, and he tells her, why don't you put some on your hand? And she says, no, I've changed over the years. And I said, Holly, you really about to do this? And so then Robert starts feeling woozy and everything. And so the next thing you know, Robert passing out, and Holly's like, oh, I'm going to take him to his room and everything. And Diane was like, no, I think he should have a cup of black coffee. And she wanted to stay with him, but Holly said she was going to do it. And so then Diane goes up to the bartender, because Holly's gone with Robert at that point. And she goes to the bartender, and she said, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with this, because she knows something is off, but she don't know what it is. And so she tells the bartender, if a contact comes looking to meet Robert, would you please let them know to call the front desk for him? And so then Robert comes out of the elevator. Child, Robert he was disheveled. And the suitcase was because he had the briefcase, handcuffed to him. The handcuff was open, the briefcase was gone. And I said, Holly, you're dirty for this. Like you're dirty for this. And I said, Robert, you can't be that stupid. Y'all tell me what you think, because I feel like Robert switched that necklace out because he knew something was going to happen. I don't see Robert sitting there drinking with a $35 million necklace attached to his wrist, knowing he's going to meet contact. That does not sound like Robert. And so I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. But that was General Hospital today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It is the weekend, because y'all know they're not going to come up with any more episodes. I would have loved to see a Thanksgiving episode. I know they're going to come back and do it, but I would have really loved to see a Thanksgiving episode before Thanksgiving. But y'all have a wonderful holiday. Be blessed. Enjoy yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you Monday for all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps General Hospital Edition. Goodbye.